Is it just me, or does this baby cart get more and more insane each movie? So Lone Wolf and Cub, Baby Cart to Hades is the third film of 6 in the Lone Wolf and Cub series. Like the other 2 films, it released in 1972 and it was also directed by Kenji Misumi. Out of the 3 films so far, this one is definitely the most different. It ditches a lot of the action in favor of a more slower paced and more personal story. Not as many fights or blood and gore. I felt like once I got over the fact that this was going to be a different movie, I found myself able to enjoy it more. It's not really fair to say that this movie does not have enough action in it. This movie does feature quite a lot of fights, and at the end, Ogami takes on a whole army by himself. It's one of the most bombastic endings probably. But still, by comparison, it is a bit toned down and there is less blood. But it also has more of a solid written story than its predecessors. The first 2 movies were very adventure focused. They had Lone Wolf and Cub wandering the country, meeting all kinds of people, and getting into all kinds of fights and problems. This movie follows its own storyline, and it could be viewed without seeing the other 2 films. And I'll say for that, it reminds me a lot of Zatoichi. In this film, it opens up with Ogami saving a woman who's been sold to a brothel and is about to be killed by the merchant, who also tried to rape her. Ogami takes her place, and for a couple of rounds, he gets some pretty intense torture. After this, he's hired by them to assassinate the local governor, and of course, a bunch of people also want to kill Ogami and he's forced to fight them. This does stand out as an important movie, and that's thanks to the insights it provides concerning the samurai code, and just what it means to be a true samurai. And they talk about some deeply felt samurai code ethics, and just Ogami's willingness to be subjected to extreme torture in order to save the life of a lowly, dejected prostitute. And this reveals that Ogami is just substantially more than just a killing machine with which we see him in the other films. He's also a man of great honor and humanity. Not everyone's gonna like this film. Some people are gonna find it boring. I admit that at first I didn't really like the approach it was taking, but as the movie went on I started to like it more. Also, I have to mention how the baby cart in this can do anything. It's a boat, it's a turret, it's an arsenal, it's a shield, and it could take on an entire army. In a way, the cart is a character in itself. It seems to be able to learn and do more things each movie. It's insane, but it's also entertaining, and I kinda like it. So, at first, I actually thought that this is one of the weakest entries that I've seen so far. But then a fellow YouTuber, shout out to Samu Musashi, he actually pointed out how this is one of his favorites because it's about a Ronin who always wanted to be a real samurai, but his own illusion of who he is made him not realize and not see that he already is great. So it shows you how a lot of people don't see their own greatness. And a lot of this has to do with having false opinions about yourself. And I gotta say that is a great message, and this might be the most underrated film in the series. I think that this entry shows us the most about the Lone Wolf's inner character. He even shows mercy at one point towards a skilled swordsman instead of just killing him. And he goes through all this torture just for a woman, and it really shows that he is a selfless person, and just what a real samurai should be like. Anyway, if you've seen this film, what are your thoughts on it? Leave a comment. Did you like it, or is it your least favorite? Also, don't forget to become a Patreon, subscribe, and also go check out Samu Musashi's YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description. Thanks for watching.